This is Tunde and Juliet. Their story is one of the most tragic stories you will ever come by on the internet today. This couple met during their university days and they decided to get married after graduation, even though none of them had a job. A few months later, Juliet got a job with one of the big banks in the country, so she started providing for the family while Tunde kept searching for a job. By now, they both had 2 kids, a beautiful girl and a boy. It wasn't long before Tunde started noticing a particular man always dropping his wife at home after work. As expected, he asked his wife who the man was and why he brought her home every day. Innocently, Juliet told him that the man was her boss and that he offered to drop her off because she was hardworking. Luckily for the couple, Tunde got a very good job that paid him 6 figures, and with time, he saved up some good money and decided that he was going to relocate the family abroad. Upon hearing the news, Juliet and her kids were excited and could not wait to move abroad. Unfortunately for the family, this decision to move abroad led to the death of their only son. But how did it happen and who was responsible? Stay with me if you want to find out. Tunde started processing the visa for himself, his wife, and 2 kids. Now, one of the visa requirements is that the family will have to conduct DNA on the children, just to be sure that they are not claiming someone else's children. But Tunde noticed that his wife Juliet started acting so cold towards getting the DNA done, but he kept his cool. A few days later, Tunde got the shocking news of his life. He was laying on his bed when he was called by his son's school teacher to quickly come to the school. When Tunde got to the school, he was told that his beloved son had died of food poisoning. Just like you, Tunde was confused, angry and bitter, and the only thought in his mind was to take legal action against the school. But again, he kept his cool and slowed down. Tunde's wife was heartbroken, depressed and in deep pain. The couple buried their son and embarked on their healing journey. One fateful evening, Tunde was laying on his bed when he noticed that his wife's second phone had been vibrating repeatedly. At first, he was reluctant, but he answered the call. But when Tunde answered the call, the caller from the other end, who happens to be a man, started by saying, "I will tell the whole world how you killed my son." At this point, Tunde quickly responded, but to his greatest surprise, the man went further to say that he was the father of Tunde's supposedly late son. He said that Tunde's wife poisoned the boy to cover their secret. He also introduced himself as Juliet's boss, who dropped her off at home after work every day. So obviously, Tunde's wife and her boss had been having an affair before now, which they assumed produced the late boy. But one thing Tunde's wife and her boss failed to understand was that when Juliet hesitated to conduct the DNA test on the children, Tunde secretly took the kids to a lab where he did the DNA test, which confirmed him to be the father of the 2 children. Tunde confronted his wife with the results and other evidences, but at this point, the deed had been done. All she could do was to ask for forgiveness. But here is my question: if you happen to be Tunde, what would you do? Tell us in the comments.